Hi, teacher. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about the Bible, and I start thinking a lot of people don't understand the Bible, or a lot of people are confused by the Bible. And I start thinking that many people have read the Bible but still don't get it, still don't understand what it's about, what it means. Some people have never read the Bible and they just assume that the Bible is responsible for many wars, or the Bible is an outdated book that no longer has any relevance with life or society today. So I said I would do a study of the Bible, a deep dive into what the Bible actually is. So I did, and I looked mainly at the Old Testament, the Torah, the law, and the prophets. And I said, I'll do a synopsis of each one, each book, which I've done. And I've written a lot of stuff down, stuff that I'm going to go over with you guys over this series. But to start off, I said I would do a look at the whole Bible. So I've put together a little bit here. I've written some stuff down, which I'm going to read to you now. And this is the Bible, a synopsis. So, the Bible, what is it? It is a book with many books inside of it. The word Bible itself has been translated to mean, in Aramaic, in Greek, in Hebrew, and even in Latin, to mean a scroll, a parchment, a book, or even a book of books. So the Bible is a book of books, a collection of books, or one book containing many books. The Holy Bible, however, is a collection of sacred scriptures that outline the relationship between God and humanity. The Holy Bible is also a sacred collection of texts that serves as the foundation for Judaism and Christianity, covering a wide range of literary forms, including history, poetry, prophecy, and teaching. The Bible consists of 66 books and is divided into two main sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament details the creation of the world, the history of the Israelites, and God's covenant with humanity. And it begins with the creation account in Genesis and answers questions like, how was the world created? Why are we here? And where did we come from? Genesis covers the creation of humans and animals and birds and plants and trees and even water. Also, the history of Adam and Eve, Noah and the ark and the great flood. Even the story and origins of Abraham, who is considered by many to be the father of faith. It then moves on to the creation of God's chosen people, Israel. We then see the Israelites' journey continue through the accounts of Moses, the exodus from Egypt, the giving of the law at Mount Sinai, and the establishment of the Promised Land. From there, we meet important figures such as Gideon, Samson, King David, and King Solomon, who further shaped Israel's history, while the prophetic voices for his hope and judgment regarding Israel's faithfulness to God. The Old Testament includes laws, historical narratives, some poetry, and some prophecies that emphasize God's covenant with his people, plus his faithfulness and righteousness. Essential to the Old Testament are the Ten Commandments and the prophetic messages that anticipate the coming of a messianic figure, which then brings us to the New Testament. The New Testament focuses on the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, believed by many Christians to be that messianic figure, the Messiah, the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies, and the Son of God. The New Testament includes the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which provide different perspectives on Jesus' ministry and message, which recount Jesus' ministry, miracles, parables, and emphasize love, forgiveness, and salvation. Following the Gospels are the Acts of the Apostles, which describe the spread of Christianity after Jesus' ascension. Acts also recounts the early church's growth. And then after that, we have the epistles. The epistles, which are letters from early church leaders, letters written by apostles like St. Paul. They offer theological insight, teachings, and practical guidance. The New Testament concludes with the book of Revelation, a prophetic vision of the future and of the end times, of good over evil, over the fulfillment of God's prophecies, and of God's ultimate victory. Overall, the Bible serves as a spiritual guide which offers moral teachings, historical accounts, and insights into the nature of God. The Bible addresses fundamental questions about faith, about morality, and about being human. Questions of humanity and the purpose of life. But the purpose of the Bible is to present us God's relationship with humanity in the hope of humanity's salvation and redemption through faith in him, in order for us to enter into a right relationship with him. And that is a synopsis, an overview of the Bible. Thank you.